Radio check. Look at work is in the AO. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for joining the stream. It's pretty damn late. Sorry about that. And usually around this part of the weekend, I got extra stuff to work. I don't really have time to stream early most. Anyway, I'm glad you're here with us today because we're going to be doing another set of Motorsport Manager stages. I'm hoping to finish the 2020 season today so we can finally prepare for the start of next year. As you can clearly see, we're not exactly in contention whatsoever, and we're already last quarter of the European Championships, which I believe the lowest tier of open wheel racing for this game. I'm hoping to get some a set of better parts for our car next year, so that our quality should at least be able to keep up with the rest of the rest of the other teams. And I've also set up a scouting center so that we can get better hidden drivers. But it's going to take a couple more weeks before the construction is complete for that. Meanwhile, our drivers aren't exactly up to par. Perez dropped down to 15th, and Mayato is currently injured after his devastating crash in the last Milan run. And so far, the most we can hope for is probably 8th, at the luckiest. That is, of course, if we perform well in the next 3 races, but I'm not exactly confident we're gonna be able to get that. The real issue, though, is going to be how to strike at least within the range of Griffin. Oh no, Griffin and Aguirre are a bit on the tough side. We're trying to keep Octane Racing out of our line since they're the ones we're closer in as far as team rankings is concerned. For a given state of close, they're currently at 125 points, way ahead of our current standing at 106. If we can get some points here and Mayato manages to work through his injury, we might be able to get ahead and at least get some more ranks up. But the state things are going, I might have to get a reserve driver to sit on the #1 car. We're not getting any U parts so far since most of the buildings required to get better systems are currently locked, as you can see. And we don't exactly have the money to invest on buildings right now, apart from the scouting center, which is, of course, already in progress. I'd really love to get better engines and at least a couple of better, a better design center, but money is a very restrictive problem right now, and there's actually nowhere else to get any resources apart from the fact that we've got paid drivers and pretty decent sponsors. And the real issue is if we can actually strive to get better scores within the next round. Can we approach here? Should we get parts, or should we just go and hope that we can get better drivers? Well, the car repair is finished at least, so let's get on that. Improving parts, right? Yep. Engine is being improved. Reliability, at least. Then, once they're done with that, we're going to improve the performance, so it'll be higher. At least we got a good engine going. Oh, why did I hit play on that? Alright, improving cars in the factory engine. The high risk. What I read from the guides is that once you've switched over to a different season, your highest performance parts will be used as the standard for your next standard or base for your next car, and the rule break risks are cancelled. So let's hope that actually applies. Otherwise, we are up Rat Creek without a paddle. I got a scout report incoming. Stainman? I don't recognize these. Tough flight, way out of our league. Dude, marketability would have been nice, but he's still badly injured, and he's got 5 weeks to work with. Acceleration again. Black Sea's gonna be a lot of turns and 26 laps to boot. So we're gonna have a hard time keeping up with the rest of the pack. It's acceleration and rear wheels. Rear wings. Soft, mediums, inters, and wets. Practice is gonna be a bit wet. Race is gonna be very, very dry. Oh, we got 2 more races after this, so we might be able to finish this today. Pit crew's awful. Anyway. What's up on the mail? I am trying to get new gearboxes, but I don't have the money for a telemetry center just yet. So honestly, oh wait, no, the telemetry center is already coming up. Just a couple more weeks to go. Seriously, just need me a couple more weeks, but it might just show up at the start of next season instead, which is going to be a bit of a problem when trying to set up our main parts. Gonna be a bit of an issue later. Alright, here we go. We're in Black Sea now. Scan reports. Little interviewee. He's a chaser type, but no focus whatsoever. That's a problem. And of course, he's not a pay driver, so that's not gonna help our managers much. Fuel economy, huh? Are you serious? Dropping it a half? That's gonna have a serious impact on our lap times. What can you guys do? Maybe you can improve the reliability on one of the old parts, just to keep you guys in check. No traits whatsoever? Damn, that's useless. Okay. Anybody else on the... Yep. Everybody else that can be scouted is currently part of a team. We'll have to wait for the scouting facility to be completed. Telemetry Center is 8 weeks out, though. Wait, they're both 8 weeks out. Might be able to finish both of them just in time for another race or 2. Okay. Meado, I know you want to drive, but I can't risk you being part of crashing again, so we're gonna have to stay home. It's not like we can actually reach these sponsorship targets, but well, I can't really afford to not try, can I? Taysana being temporary, we'll have to make do with number 1's parts. Estimate race position second. That's a bit of an optimistic setup. At least the parts seem decent for now. Let's get into the walls then. See, these are the problems here. A lot of turns, and my cars aren't exactly built enough for the turning right now, so let's pray that we can actually make use of those turns to overtake near the end and get better points. Rain's gonna be a bit of a problem here. Okay, how's it gonna be? We can handle this, I suppose. Thankfully, feedback is gonna be high, thanks to Perez getting 10 on her feedback rating. So we'll have to make do with that. Shorter, some shorter acceleration rates. Need for oversteer, I believe. Better aerodynamics. It's too much acceleration. I'll get some more speed as well. Right, keep him medium. Oh, a bit softer on the turns, maybe. Just the right amount on air dynamics. Our choice should be soft. Alright, let's go to the practice session, shall we? Need Perez to be at full 12 laps. Hang on a second, I think I'm missing something. Give me a couple of seconds, I need to check something. Alright, let's get back into the action, shall we? I don't care much about the dampness of the road. It's gonna be dry in a couple of minutes anyway, so let's just focus on getting everybody on the attack. Let's hope the initial setups are gonna be okay, though. We're seriously the only guys who are still in dry tires for the duration of this practice session. That's annoying. Anyway, it's gonna be dry in a couple of minutes, so... Alright, gear ratios seem to be good for both of them so far. That's reassuring. I need some feedback on the turns and handling. Ooh, look at the gap though. I guess since we're driving on wets, it's not exactly helping much. But thankfully, it's not really affecting our placements in the starting grid, at least. So we're not really too concerned about the drops there. Yep, here he is. We're drying out already. We're way behind on times, though, which is a bit of a problem. Alright, handling is a bit of a problem for Teixeira, but not much for Perez, so we might have given Teixeira too much of a hard run. a little oversteer for his turn, so he's probably just missing him. Or about to hit a wall every time he turns. Right. Handling is poor, but downforce and speed are on the money, so we're gonna have to harden it a bit, I suppose. Yeah, slightly harder on the handling, maybe. Should do it for now. Or does he need oversteer? I don't remember. And there should be enough, I suppose. Stick to his current tires. We should be good. Perez seems to be okay. Oh, I'm gonna bring her in after this one. Tires are about to die. Take and push. You know what tires? Their tires are literally gone. Downforce and handling are just good, though. We might be able to improve them a bit. So, probably just a bit more understeer. And a bit, probably just a bit more downforce. Reduce tire pressure. Keep the stints at 4. Tire choice, or switch to the second soft tire set. And here we go. How's the setup holding up? Right, go to overtake and push. Alright, improvements on the handling. That's good, that's good. So it means there's just that bit of understeer needed to handle some of the tighter turns on this map. Well, our teammates are a bit close to each other. Even though Perez is still going on an outlap. And there she goes. What do you mean it's raining again? It wasn't matter. Right, gear ratios are perfect right now. That's great. Middle of the pack on the practice laps usually means we can get some decent times in the actual race. Okay, that's a bit optimistic. 5th place in this row with those settings. I know that's a bit close to the top 3, but... Alright, aero setup is fantastic, apparently. So that's reassuring. Let's hope that that sticks up to the actual race, though. Why do they stick to inters to the rest of the map? Mr. Hubers, that seems a bit extreme. Tune isn't looking solid at the top of the timesheets. Can he convert to a good lap? Centauri and Ricardo still ticking it. With a rivalry. Well, mid-pack rivalry. That's the word I was looking for. Firebird MRT. Okay, here's the bad news. It's inters by the looks of it. Yeah, this is the reason why you need a... It's not that damp enough, though. Should I? And quick fixes are gonna help. Race trim. That's what I need. Not tire specific. I thought the handling was bad. Oh, it was better. Okay, I'll make it with okay. Problem is, I want to know what the other guys are driving. Nope, they're all sticking to softs by the looks of it. Well, not really. Griffin is currently in inters. Wire is at medium. So is Brownlich. And Vananen, as well as El Sadat. Tunison, Santore. Here in the back we have Gerard. It inters. Cat Griffin. I don't exactly feel good about this. That's not good. It's definitely not good. Hang on a second, something doesn't feel right here. Driver strategy. Should I stick to softs? I don't feel like sticking softs would be good for this. Tires. I think we'll stick to mediums for now. I know it's not exactly a good thing since it's gonna have a performance drop in the rain, but I feel like endurance is gonna be a bit better than power in this leg. So let's hope that actually works for something. It's gonna be at high and push. Try as much as possible to get the lap change at 14th. Or probably a bit later, if we're gonna go for speed here. Yeah, let's let Batista go in at top. She's got endurance problems anyways, so... What? Santana ran wide? Eesh, that's not a good sign. Perez is currently stuck at 6th, unfortunately. Oh, if Teixeira can keep his position here up front, you have a good chance of getting some better points, hopefully. Track dampness is going to be an issue close to... Oh, come on. Getting left behind here. And Perez is down at 10th already. We're getting really, really bogged down on the corners, I'm afraid. Okay. Considering the tire performance, I think we should go for attack. Ooh, not good. We're getting left behind and badly. Should we? Not yet. I don't think it's gonna be that wet. I know it's a risky play, but I think we can still keep our current tires. Oh, we're off target info already, though. Oof. Way below the sponsor objective. And we're just at lap 3. Well, here's the thing though, right? Yep. No track grip, that's a problem. Alright, now keep it at push since they're already at the middle. Maguire is down to 78 though, which is a problem because we're already at 74 and 76. Everybody else is about to go with their softs, so that's pretty much equal. Now, if we can keep... Oh, it's team race racing now. Teammate racing now. Ooh, we got overtaken on that one. That's a painful thing to watch. Drop to 16 again. We're getting left behind by the mid-pack is a problem. And it's gonna be a bit damp for the rest of the race. So I'm pitting Keyta first. Since he's got to push it to the limit anyways. I'll get Perez on the next lap over. Gonna have to drop the conserve since those tires are gonna be a pain in the earth. And Perez should go to neutral on tires. Ah, she's gonna lose her position again. Well, we grabbed some spots there for the people who are changing the intros at least. Now we are pitting her instead. Fuel options still good. Parts condition are pretty nice, so we got 4 seconds on that one. Alright, now pushing it for Keyta, but he's too far behind to get anybody. Perez drops down to 15th. Since Keyta is just a reserve driver, he doesn't really get a lot of the extra bonus, extra skills and they call these driver modifiers that Keyta already has, so that's going to be a problem in the long run. Let's hope he can hold on for that at least. Oh, engine's pretty green for some reason. And now we're all left behind here. Question is, can we get close enough to the mid-pack to get some space in? Oh, they're setting up team motors up front. Well, we got Dembele down to 19th at least. Well, let's hope these guys pit up for inters soon. Oh yeah, they're pitting here. Well, the problem is, can we get close enough to overtake them while they're in the pits? Betting no. Yep, we're too far out. Wait, what? Why did they take so long to stick in the pits? That's kind of odd. Oh, it's gonna be wetter in the later part of the race by the looks of it. And we're still just at lap 9. That's not a good sign. Remember, endurance is the name of the game, and we're not exactly lasting that long so far. Tires already at 58%. Came out earlier. Ooh! Batista again. Bring down to here, conserve. And then let's get Perez on attack. Personal sector best. Yeah, that's a good thing, but if it doesn't convert to better positioning, that's not really much. And we're still at 6, and I don't like the implication of that since we're already at lap 12. Oh, I gotta serve, no, neutral. And put this at push. What's Batista's status on his tires? Oh, he's still at 74. That's a problem. Oh, she's still at 74. The question is, how are we going to pit this? Since we've already reached halfway. By the looks of it, it's going to dry out on the 20th. So if we can keep the tires safe until lap 20, we could probably just switch to softs and then run away with it. Probably. I'm not really confident in that, though. But push it up again. Give it a couple more laps, I guess, Taysana. Ideally, I would love him to pit at lap 20, but it's a bit of a risk right now. And Perez is about to lose 6. Yep. There goes 6th place. Now, who do we pit first? Oh, let's let Taysana drive for a couple more rounds. Okay, we're pitting him now. It's 10 laps. Can we stick him just... Water is gonna be wet until the 20th, though. So I can probably just go for this, then add some fuel to the fire. No need to worry about parts, thankfully. Dang. Look at the risk on the error risk there. 35%? Acceleration and deceleration are awful right now. The turns I can forgive since most of our parts aren't exactly built for long range, since they're spec parts. But acceleration and deceleration are unforgivably bad. Alright. I'm gonna try to get Perez in the change lap around probably lap 20, and then she's gonna switch to softs then? Oh, in lap 19 and then switch to softs. It's gonna be this. Alright, they're already switching to mediums though. Okay, I'll probably switch her to softs right now. Give her some more fuel. Parts condition, that's a problem. Acceleration is a bit low right now, so I'll have to get that. It looks like this race is about to go to the dogs again. I think. Ooh, down to 7th. Taysana is gonna be pitting after this, I suppose. Switching to softs again. Fuel options are good. Parts, no need to worry about that. We just need to change tires. 5%. Can Perez hold on? Is the question. We're approaching lap and 20. Question is, can we get close enough to the race leaders to get a hang of things? Or at least the mid-pack, so we can get better points. Ooh, we just got run over by Dembele there. Trying to push. Meanwhile, Teixeira is going to be neutral. Oh, we couldn't join him. Get back to neutral. At least get them somewhere in the mid-pack so we can get some better points. Okay, Perez. Looks like the brakes upgrades are doing work for us because we're getting better on tire wear. Back in the early year part of the season, putting the wheel wear at neutral usually already puts the heat up, but now it just goes down even for softs. So that's a net positive, I believe. Now we just have to baby these cars home. Ah, Teixeira lost the position again. I should put him on attack. Hang on. Let's drop her down neutral. Teixeira should be on overtake. I'd love to get within the sponsors objective, but right now it's most important we get points. Lap 24, we got 2 laps to go after this. Yee, it's too close! Perez is about to lose her position again. Gotta push tires. Neutral. Can she keep it close? And we lost it again. Final 2 laps. We're down at 15th, that's sad. Alright, all-out attack. Let's throw our cars into the gauntlet then. Let's see if we can actually make something out of this. Come on. Oh, 15th, not bad, but... Well, Teixeira has to make do with 19th. Surprisingly, we managed to stay within the mid-pack. Mostly. I would have preferred if we could had better performance for our reserve driver. Let's wait for somebody to get a penalty at least. No! Oh wait, there is. Santana went down 2 points. Not only did she go wide, she had to settle for bad parts. Does it count to my points though? Let's see. Now we drop because Dragon Race Team China got 3 extra points against ours. Well, we can't really have it, we can't have everything all day. We'll just have to make do with those. Still, we're within the target we set for ourselves that is 10th or better. So I'm good with that. Tay said I had a drop in morale because of the poor performance, I'm afraid. Fortunately, I only got 146 on the pay driver thing because we had to send some of Miliato home for this race. Okay. To review our driver setup as well as our buildings. Oh wait, we got scouting reports. Our condition drop. It's a bit better compared to last time, but still. Okay, what's on the raid interview? We might look into her if she's gonna end her contract soon. But I'm gonna see if she's got. No, she's not pay driver though. But next. Okay, she's. Kevin Sewell isn't complaining about the pit crew, so that means they're full stamina. Fortunately, they're the pretty bad setup, so the error risk was a bit higher. Leclerc, early breaker. Well, doesn't look like we got anything until the scout center shows up. Most of these guys are already signed. Gonna take another 7 weeks for the telemetry center to show up and 8 more for the building scouting facility. We're pretty low on the money because we don't have everybody up. What else can we make do here? Let's see. Oh, we've got all the mail already. Car repairs complete. Sweet. Okay, reliably. Right, yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. Fixed payment. Yeah, this is not bad. Thank God for the marketability at least. Pavilion Company again. 400,000 per race. Excellent. Okay, our race how about our drivers? Keyta is still injured for 3 more weeks, thankfully. Oh, here we go, the refueling thing. I'd rather not. I am against this. I know it's gonna benefit me, technically speaking, but it's just gonna eat on my racing time, so I'd rather not. Alright, that's a decisive 7-4. Alright, we'll have to see what else is here. Factory staff is idle. Let's improve something else. Right. Reliability. Scout reports complete. Other scout reports complete. Valerie Yao. Garuda Racing. Renji Shao, fairly decent, not much on potential. He's already with a racing team, so that's not much of an issue. You guys are done already? Okay. Raquel Perez, that's a different one. Pamplona Racing, already considered. Rene Cote. Nope, I thought that's a pay racer, that's Party Animal. Damn it. Was it again in the previous one? Raquel Perez. Wait, what? What's her status? Oh, one of the best. She still has the potential to get better. The problem is, she's not a. She's not a. No, not Perez. I said Perez, not Cote. She's not a pay driver, and she's a bit of a slacker, so that's going to be a problem. I don't think she's gonna want to drive in a lower rating, though. Oh, she's an enduro driver. But compare that to our current drivers. We're well below their capabilities. Well below. Be on the scout box. Nobody new has shown up yet. 5 weeks for the telemetry center and 6 weeks for the scouting facility. Let's hope there's enough time to get new units before the next season shows up. That's a bit of a tight ship to work with here. You can't really get new parts to spec. Engines are also lagged because we don't have a test track. Gearbox lagged because the telemetry center is still under construction. Suspension is lagged because the handling development center is also down. I mean, no, I've already set up a new engine type. Can I? Okay. Already did. We'll have to get more money for better parts next time. I mean, never better buildings. Expose? What the heck is this? Jordan Valentino. So they're gonna drop. Relationships are gonna drop a bit. Hang on. My team's drivers, mechanics, oh staff. Okay, where's our relationships? Push it to the limit though. Do I risk it? Fine. Mechanics relationships is gonna go down though. Gonna be a bit of a pain. But I'll take it. We're already at the end of the race anyways. High-speed circuit. Prove that. Day after race. We can't really get a new, well, I could probably risk it for the next race. Right? See corners. Yeah, sure. It's gonna be for next season anyways. Up on the mail. Oh, good. Just in time for the next race then. Alright, this is gonna be a bit of a problem. Drivers are shoot. Car is awful. Pit crew is in the gutter. Sponsorship's pretty low on the lap. Now let's hope we can actually get something out of this, despite the fact that our drivers have a bit of a relationship issue now. I don't remember this guy. Fabio Torino? Samuel Blanc. He's already at the peak of his capabilities, which means he's gonna do much. I don't think he's gonna want to drive in a lower level. Oh, wait. Why do you know this? Why do you know this, Charlotte? 20 weeks? Seriously? Well, that's going to be a problem. But it's the last 2 races of the season. Maybe it's not gonna impact much, yes? I mean, the good thing about this is even though I push it to the limit, we don't have to worry much about most of the parts since the red zones are pretty thin, but gearbox. The gearbox is going to be a bit of a problem. Especially with the reliability increase, reliability redline increase because of the tire things. But let's hope we can actually get something out of this. I don't remember which turn it's gonna be here. It's probably this one. Oh, it is. Wait, no. Oh no, it is the shorter one. I'd have allowed the 10-point feedback, but we can't do much about that now. Alright, a bit of downforce, a bit of oversteer, probably some X. No, accelerating top speed should be enough at this rate. Gonna be a lot of track grip, thankfully. Gonna be a bit more acceleration, apparently. Just a bit more of understeer. Slightly higher on the aerodynamic. No, slightly lower. That should be enough for now. Let's hope this doesn't cost us anything in the race. But your stint should be longer since you have better feedback. Now we're going for attack on all fronts. Oh, no. Push in high. That U-turn right out of the start line is going to be an issue. Alright, starting the final lap. Gearing seems just right, which means there's still room for improvement. Handling is spot on, yes, more handling improvements in the pipeline by the looks of it. Approaching the home turn. That fastest lap time will be dropped immediately. A bit closer though. But just right arrow means there's still more stuff to fix. That's gonna be an issue later. Okay, arrow setup is wrong for Keyta, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Miyato is pretty good on time so far, but I'm not really counting on that to work. Too much roll. Okay, gonna have to harden the turns for Miyato. Right. Trying to fix up his setup. Senton is setting up fastest laps, but she's not really performing well so far, race-wise. Looks like she's right out of the running for top, I believe. Right. Harden the suspension a bit more. Acceleration could probably do a bit more than that as well. Bit higher on. No. On the downforce, maybe slightly higher. And keep it at soft. Now let's see if Keyta gets anything. Oh, we can bring him in now, actually. And push. No knowledge for super soft so far. Oh wait, there's already level 2 actually. It's just the downforce that's an issue for Keyta right now, thankfully. So we'll work on that now. Increase the downforce a bit. Harden. Yeah, okay, a bit harder. Acceleration should be a bit shorter. Yes, that should be enough. Alright. Should be enough for now. Keep the tire. Oh. Kill the tire. Only 3 minutes left. But much better handling by the looks of it. Since we can't put him in anymore, let's hope that is enough to keep him in contention at least. And let's hope he doesn't crash again. That focus problem is going to be a bit of an issue. Super softs and soft tires. We haven't reached any. Oh, speed balance is feeling much worse now. Dang. Alright, practice session is over, but looks like we still got stuff to fix at home. Alright, the gear was a bit too short. Still managed to go at 9th though. We'll have to fix that soon. Not much to see on the news, to be honest. Alright, yeah, push it to the limit. Being out of this is going to be a bit of a problem. We'll have to make use of light footed then. Race trim and super soft, no, ultra soft. No, these are ultras. Super soft performance then. So it's a bit more on the longer side then. Drop the handling a bit. That should be enough. Keep it as soft then. How many laps are we going for again? Car setup 2. Oof. Hang on. Soften up a bit. Right, they'll take that. Tire choice should also be softs. 31 laps though. Can we do it with just these? Well, there's nothing really we can do about this, so let's just hope we can do something. Go it at high and neutral for now. Oh, hang on. Increase the tire drive to attack. Oh, that acceleration is awful. Whoa! What the heck? Who the hell ran wide? Dembele ran wide and went straight for the sand trap by the looks of it. That gives us a bit more space. Red Team China drivers are getting too close there, though. Right. If we're going for a 2-pit race here, we're gonna have to get it at either 11, no, it's 11 and 22, or it's gonna be 12 and 23. Pretty close. Not exactly ideal. And considering our tire wearers, they have better tire performance than us. Go push then. Ooh. That hairpin was a bit of a tight squeeze. Too tight, in fact. We can't really get away from Batista. That's a problem. And Perez drops to 5th. Great, just great. Keep it at attack for now. Rather, drop down neutral. Gonna get close for here, though. Let's hope the handling is gonna carry us through. Oh, that's too close. I don't like that. And Perez drops again. Can we really do this as a 2-stop race? I don't feel like we can. Right, bring her back to push. Ideally, we should keep the temperature at the middle as much as possible so that we don't... Santana in the middle? Oh no, that's a tip. Grimaldo crashed right out of that chicane. Oh, I mean that hairpin. Alright, that's gonna help us get some points if we can keep our drivers focused. And let's try not to crash any of our own. We're already at 60%, that's a problem. Neutral. Neutral. Yep, they're getting real close. I don't like that. And we are only at lap 6, but we're down to 53% on our tires. So either we risk this and try to pit after they do, or we try to pit with them. That means we're gonna have to give up some places for the enemy, the mid pack, who's gonna be coming in with their softs. Thankfully, these turns and that chicane is keeping us in the contention. Let's just hope Perez actually makes the most out of it. Right, I'm gonna put it overtake now for no. Put it a high and keep Perez in overtake maybe. She's in the middle now. Alright, they're pitting already. That's a bit risky. Or maybe not. It's just Batista's pitting first. And Perez has dropped to 10th because the mid-pack is a bit of a fight zone right now. I think I am going to pit her now and get her to softs for the time being. We'll get the fuel later. Our parts are still green though, so I don't have to worry about that much. Plop, 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 plop. Oh, mistake! That's a bad mistake. That was a bad mistake. Alright, we can probably pit in the next lap after this. Right? Well, Valdez already hit the pits though. Ramsey. El Sadat will probably pit in this lap. Probably. But Santana? No, Santana's still in 34%, so she's gonna be rolling with that. Can we get it to lap 11 and pit it at the end of that lap? That's the question. A bit of a tight squeeze here for our team, though. We got overtakes for Perez here in the back. And I think we got a good chance of... Got a good chance of getting the tires back up, at least. Let's pit him for softs again. No, not the fuel yet. Thankfully, the axle, the gearbox is still pretty much good. Let's hope we can keep our position here. No, we cannot. That's a bad one. Tire wear was a little too high for that. We'll just have to make do with that then. Let's hope there's no mistakes. Okay, no mistakes for that pit, but we're now in the middle of the pack. And Perez is still 15th. Probably make some time here for some of the guys that need to pit, though. No, we couldn't get them. Probably next lap. Perez is now at 13th. Bit of a teammate fight here again. And now we're at 11 and 12, thanks to the guys who pit here in the mid-pack at the end of lap 13. If we can get back at Valdez, though. Alright. Neutral. Our engines seem to be fine so far, but I'm not really counting on him to last. Alright, we're gonna be trying to pit at around lap 22 again. I know it's a bit of a risk, but it's the best chance we can make. Gerard is really getting in it. Despite the fact that he's just pulled back, his tires are really going at it now, so we can push it a bit further up. Ooh, we're down to 12. I am pretty jealous of the fact that Firebird can afford to keep the engines in backup mode while still making places. Now, he has to stay in the mid-pack until at least lap 22. Then we'll start lapping our, pitting our team. Ow! That was a nasty overtake at the corner there. Third and high. Not exactly doing a good pace here. And Perez is down on fuel. Gotta go for neutral and high. But Valdez is about to pit again. Right, a bit of tire wear in there. Let's try to pit her on the next turn. No. 261 laps, so it's probably we can put her in the pit at start of 21, maybe? End of 20th? I mean, a bit of a risk there. Alright, let's put her on the pit lane then. Switching tires, putting the fuel up. Parts condition. Ooh, okay, that's a problem. We risk a fast one? No. 3 seconds. Oh no, 5 seconds could be a good chat. The chances of error are high. But I'll take it. Oh! She was still there. Dang. First down 13th. Miato's down to 13th, but we could probably keep him in the running for another lap or two. Put him back to softs. Not yet. Couple more. Just a couple more and we should be good. How's the fuel? 319. Alright, everybody else is pitting in this lap, so I think we can risk it. Go up the fuel lines. Oops. Ride conditions are still good, but the engine is at 52% and accelerator is at 67. I can probably risk it. This is the last race after all. Right? I think this is it. Okay, Perez, you're all the way back there. That's not a good sign, actually. Ooh, drop to 12. With a mistake? Ah! Another repair mistake there. That's not a good sign. Full, neutral. No, they're gonna keep throwing mistakes at us. I might as well just change my pit crew myself. It's annoying. Let's just get through here for the time being and hope something happens. Tire wear is still pretty good, at least. But we're way behind on laps. Just gonna speed through this and hope something happens. Seven points, way behind Dragon Team China now. Should back up. And there's the parts condition. Accelerator is having a problem now. Let's see if we can get it home before the accelerator goes entirely. Put the tires at push. Come on. Still got 5 laps to go. Just keep it within the track. Oh, that's Octane Racing. Griffin is with Gatelli, Valdez is with Dragon Team China. Now, if we can make some extras races, we might be able to get Dragon Team's position for this race. But we have to be fast. Oh, cripes. We're almost at the end of the race. Santoro ran wide, but we can't take advantage of that because he's far up in the distance. Right, conserve and conserve. Push it to overtake. We got 1 lap to go. We can do this, guys. Come on. How's she low on fuel? Right. 16th. Back at the back again. Oh well. Can't really do much about that. Oof. That was a tumultuous 2020 season. Oh wait, there's still one more. Rio de Janeiro. This is going to be a pain in the arse to handle because of the ultra softs. Really fast-paced driving, but the tires are awful. Elsa dot, nah, penalty isn't much. Batista's at 10th though. That's a problem. We're still on the 10th line, and we're now behind everybody else. Shouldn't that be for Watson Industries? Auction Racing is doing pretty decently. Scalded Whippet. That's a very British way to say, like a bat out of hell. Well, Whippet is a dog anyway, so whip it good. But next up, let's finish Rio and then prepare our car for next season. No other choice in the matter, I'm afraid. Which is limit is back, thankfully. Samantha Stafford is still a bit low. $95 isn't exactly gonna make us much. Slowly getting there at least. Now if only we can get better pay drivers. Some who are younger and have better potential than Nevada Meado though. Our condition of ooh, that's a bad drop. It's probably because of the push it to the limit. I think I like Kawasato, what happened to you? Looks like yeah, you're gonna need a pit crew shuffling. No, morale is still pretty high, so yeah. Much to you there. Still nobody new that's not signed up? Well, we'll have to wait for the empty slots to show up. Pit crew is auto-managed, but we might be able to scout somebody who's better. Nakano? Anybody who's about to go? Oh, they already moved some of the guys who have finished their contracts, so... Yep. Leaving it to the management team. Push it to the limit is back at least, so don't have to worry about parts for the last part of the race. So, car repairs are complete. Reliability and performance improvements are gonna be up again, but we've done everything. They're gonna have to do something about something interesting. Let's wait for the new parts to show up before we do anything. A scouting report? Yeah, that was a scouting report. Right, new parts, scouting report finished. Parisi, probably not worth taking each part because he's already new. So let's stay. Low morale though. I wonder. No, we can't give him podiums right now, and he's not a pay driver, so that's a bit of a problem. There we go. Fit parts? No, that's a high-risk part. I don't need to fit that yet. Prove it, sure. Is that gearbox? Oof. Rule break is high. Not much of an issue right now. 458 on suspension. Eh. Okay, how about a scouting team? Let's... Nobody so far. Nothing yet on the scouting slots. We'll keep the scouting team in check for now. Factory. High speed, which means engines again. Ah, that's good. Good thing that our factory is level 3. Oh, telemetry centers are to be nearly done, so I can probably make the use of that. And wrap up the state of the play before we head to Rio. Zempelli expected to perform well. Tunison is hoping to gain some ground. But Gerard is still in the lead, though. Armoa. Oof. Oh, his face. Is he injured? Oh, he had a fight with the mechanic. Great. Okay, what else can we work with here? Oh, yeah, let's look at the standings. Well, we're currently low bottom of the table, at least. And Firebird MRT is pretty much on top, but if Silver Racing can make some headway this final race, they might be able to tip the balance in their favor and snatch the win on the last one. Gotta be a bit tight there, though. Now let's just hope we can make something out of this. Okay, how about our sponsors? Sponsors are still there. We're at Rio now. Right, they're time to reliability. Car parts design will be in the pipeline once this race is over, I think. Let's go with this one. Ultra softs and softs. Mention the better performing suspension parts are in violation of car rules. Just saving the next year's performance rating. Despite those turns, apparently we're going to be focusing on speed, so... Well, I guess because the turns are pretty big. This hairpin, though. Maybe you can make places here. Alright, so it's going to be Meado and Teseda again. Gonna switch up the tires a bit. Oh. Downforce should be right there. A bit understeer since we need to turn. Don't really need to turn faster. And a bit at top speed and acceleration. Our choice. Go to softs. On me, Teseda is going to be. Yeah, that's a lot more understeer than I thought there would be. Should be enough. Hang on a second. Something doesn't feel right here. No, it doesn't look like I missed anything. Let's go into the hot zone then, shall we? I wish I can set the driver strategy from here for when it's in practice time, but just have to play it safe here. Fortress ups. Go to overtake and attack, and then try and push. Oh, it's on the left. I thought this was on the right. Taysetta's acceleration is awful. Or his top speed is, I mean. I didn't know the gap between their engine types is higher than I had planned. Flying lap time. Oh yeah, I forgot because he also is using... No, he's using softs. He's using softs, but he's way ahead of Taysetta for some reason. Tight gaps here. Just points of a second. Fractions of a second are... Oh wait, never mind. Santa Ana just went all high. No need to worry about downforce for that. Let's hope they can actually translate this to a better performance in the last race. Gotta bring in Miata now. Gonna switch his tires, or maybe not. Let's go with super soft still. Handling feels awesome right now, thankfully. Okay, it's just the handling that needs a little bit of a fix. Downforce is right there. Now I should just keep the understeer oversteer balance at this rate. Change his tires. And no need to change his tires. I'm gonna run here on these, but he's gonna be on balanced, yes. Taysetta is gonna have to tag in now. Alright, his performance looks great. Just need to change the tires, I guess. We'll keep it at that. Switch to ultra softs. And keep him at balanced. Might get something out of that. Track Rip's doing Track Rip's doing some serious numbers on his tire wear though. Gonna be an issue later on. Let's see here. I wish I had better feedback from my drivers with practice time, but I can't really ask for much when you're in the bottom of the pit. Last 30 seconds, we didn't get high, that's a problem. This is gonna be a bit sprint, so I don't know if I want to start with ultras already. Mid-pack, not bad. Better than Bear, though. Octane Racing getting strays again. Chudison, not exactly at the top of the podium so far. Okay, better standings. Single seater and this is the two high ones. Yeah, there's our rating. Firebird is top. Oh dang! Look at that pit. Silver Racing. Vexala. Dempilli. Ooh, Chairman Happiness isn't exactly in a good spot right now. Human. Okay, that's Archer being Sadat and Bradley. Armola and Fandi currently at 6 for the team standings. Look at Telly. Is at 7th, and team principal is a bit uneasy about his job. Octane is at 8th. Chairman's a bit in the middle. Bell and Crimaldo are right there on our positions. Security guard? Chuck who? It's Chuck. Probably wasn't paying attention to his updates there. Yeah. Mercenary stock car champion. Wow! When did Valdez become a pay driver? The hell? I don't remember him being a pay driver back when I got him in my very first playthrough of this a couple of years ago. House fire. Relationship. Selfish, rival with driver. Here we go. Here's hoping we can actually get something out of this. Please push it to the limit is back, so that's gonna keep us in contention. Race trim and ultra softs. Why to get in ultra softs already? Well, I guess everybody's on ultra softs, eh? Oh wait, no. Mid racers are at softs so far. I'll take it. Tire choice, fuel options, check. Yep. Not much of a change there. We'll probably switch to softs later. Now engines are at high. Driving style will stick to neutral? No, we'll go to push so that we get some more heat in the tires and the brakes. The majority of drivers for now are on ultras, so that's reassuring. Remember, we're doing a 23-lap sprint race. So here's hoping we can actually do something about that. And just like that, he lost the lead again. Tires are a bit on the low side. And Perez all behind here. Romaldo is on the attack. We might want to do that too. 11? Well, let's go to overtake for both our drivers. Oh no. High on that. High on Perez, but we can go overtake on Milano because he's got the push it to the limit ability active. So no need to worry about red lines. He just has to stay with the middle pack. How the heck did Perez get left behind? Did she run wild? Run wide? Great. Case neutral. If we can kick out both Dragon Team China drivers, we might have a chance at getting better points. We're getting left behind, though. And now we're in the mid-pack, lower mid-pack, in fact. I guess really going with ultra sauce wasn't such a good idea after all. Ooh, dropped down to 15th and 16th. Perez is still behind. Ooh! Dembele has a penalty there by the looks of it. That's gonna help us in a bit. If we can take advantage of it, of course. Oh! Nope. She got a clear on that one. Damn. Thought we can get a penalty on her. You know, I'd really prefer using the softs. Conserve tire wear. Trying to keep it at least to lap 11. Perez is on 20th. This is embarrassing, to say the least. About to lose our 17th place again. 5-7, here we come, and it doesn't look like we're gonna have any improvements whatsoever. What happened now? Oh, Griffin is at pullback mode. Yada's left behind. Great. We're seeing tire wear on Miata's car now, but we're way behind everybody else, so I can't take advantage of that, actually. But everybody else. Should we pit now? Dragon Time is about to pit as well, but I think I can still do it for another 2 laps. Right. Now the issue here is whether or not we should get Miata first or Perez. Starting on lap 11th. Probably should go with yeah, super sauce for this one. The risk here. But we'll take it. Perez should stay in the middle. Oh, great. Seriously? Hang on a second. Cancel that. Hit for inters. Will we get some fuel up? Maybe not. Oh, we should get some fuel up indeed. 6 laps. We're gonna probably get another pit stop in a couple of laps anyway, so let's just go for that. Virtual safety car? Why? Parts condition still good. Oh. Oh, somebody crashed badly. Brownick is out of the fight and out of the season. Crashed straight into the first uh first chicane of the map. Dude, you already pit. What the hell are you doing? I hate it when he does that. Another crash. What the heck? Same corner too. Eee. This is gonna be another crash happy weekend, it looks like. The heck was that noise? In a couple of minutes, I'm gonna check that out. It doesn't look like there's something serious out there, so let's go ahead with a run. Dang, down at 13th, really? Neutral. Neutral. We still got 10 laps to go. But we're way behind everybody else is the problem. Well, we're gonna be changing at lap 17 anyway, so... at the start of lap 17 and of lap 16. Question is, who's gonna be jumping into the pit stop first? Maguire is still at the top of the podium, and he just went into the pit lanes for a tire change. We just lost 11th place. Alright. Hi. Oh, I keep hitting the escape. Eee! 13th place again. Alright. Do I risk it? Maybe not. Looks like there's still gonna be a bit of wetness after lap 17 after all. Let's try to keep the tires until the end of the race, I suppose. Approaching the start of lap 17 and we're way behind on everybody else. One hell of a gap here. Serve. Medium. Probably go with medium as well. Hang on, maybe I can go a lot back up. Gonna keep them backed up on the rear. Yep, it's gonna be wet until the end of the race, so yeah, we're not getting in back on the pit stop. Gonna lower everything for Perez right now. She's gonna keep everybody else backed up while we try to nurse our cars home. Let's hope we can actually do that. Let's keep it up, boys and girls. Lap 21 about to start. Get the tires up again. neutral. Uh-huh. Yeah, we can handle this. Just 2 more laps remaining. You can handle it, dude. Come on. Alright, approaching final lap. We might be able to keep this till the end. But they're getting real close. I don't like that. Alright, put this up to medium. Final lap. Low fuel. Just in time. Pretty good step and ending for our season, actually. 1, 2, 11, and 12. Not a bad result. And we might have... Yep, we stole 9th place from the Chinese. Excellent work all around. Yeah, you see the advantage of a better forecasting center here. Probably gonna have to invest in that once we get better parts, though. Somehow managed to keep it inters until the end of the race, which means we're getting better parts for our brakes and tires. It's a bit of a help for us now. And with decent parts on the reserve, we might have a better baseline for next season. Ooh! Not only did Dembele get a crash, she gets a time penalty as well. That's gotta hurt. Unfortunately, those points aren't gonna help our drivers get up in standings, and they're stuck in 15th and 20th respectively. It did get us away from Dragon Team China, though not high enough to get within Octane Racing's position. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Kitsos. Al Sadat got a win, though. Yeah, that's interesting to know since Octane Racing is a mid-team right now, but their car really needs a fix. Right, let's review who wins the race, the drivers and constructors championships for now. I don't remember actually. Now, the Russian team Firebird MRT is still on top. Now it's the drivers that are in a bit of a pickle. Right, we regained our position here. Quick fixes, excellent. Marketability is up to 83%, and looks like we got enough money from that. $6 million isn't exactly a good startup for next season. We'll make the most out of it, hopefully. Yep, Gerard still got the points. And he wins the Drivers' Championship for this season. Though that's on a basis of 4 podiums and only 1 race win throughout the season, surprisingly. Meanwhile, Silver Racing are the Constructors' Champions with the combined points of 204 for Nissan Tana and 196 for Fabian Ramsey. And that, my friends, concludes the 2020 season. For now, let's go into the inter-season period and see if we can get out some parts to fix and make the most out of. Let's see here. Oh wait, let's check our mail first. Car condition drops where there's a bit of a shift here. 37% for Miado and 42% for Perez. Usually it's the number 1 car that drops faster, so That's actually a bit of a change. Very happy with our current drivers right now, so far. Pit crews are still tired. Gonna have to look at that again. The automatic pit crew thing is a bit finicky, to be honest, but we'll make the most out of that yet. Telemetry Center is almost done, just 3 days more to go. Scouting facility will be done next week, so we can use it almost immediately. Just need to get the Telemetry Center done. Ooh. Okay. What else can we do? Alright, improving parts already. HQ? Less than an hour, it says. Yay! Telemetry Center is done. You can actually upgrade it right now, but we're gonna be left with just for $700,000. So for that, I think we can go and build a new gearbox, which might be we might be able to finish this before next year's car goes, I think. So acceleration, build time, acceleration again. What else? No. No. It's a good performance rating here. What's enters for this one? Okay, build a part. Okay, what else can we get in the HQ? Nah, the Science Center needs 15 million. Contract's running down. I mean, he's still a pay driver, and his feedback is very helpful, so... Oh, he's already retiring. That's a problem. That means we need to find a new driver, but... pay driver is down. Promise broken. Morale is down for 5 weeks. Not gonna be an issue, thankfully. But we need a new backup driver soon. And with the... hang on. We could probably wait for the scouting facility to be done before we replace Teixeira. So hopefully we don't need to worry about that for the time being. $11 million. Yeah, that's a good start. What's in? Yeah, that's understandable. I'm in Ramsdale also. James Ferrer is retiring. That's a chairman. Gonna be the new chairman then. M. Lammers, 59. Not exactly happy about the performance panel. Alright, for now... Oh, Tony Zhang, Motorsport's founder, is also retired, and now have M. De Rossi. Reserve driver. Not much we can do with her right now. Let's hope we can get something out of the scouting facility. Not much of a change here, so there's Zelan. Silva is now in the middle flight, and Garuda is down here on European Racing Championship. Drivers are probably not happy about that. What else? We could probably already get the HQ in less than... Okay, that's 4 more days. Oh, they've signed up a lot of people already. Not good. This is the one we were checking earlier, right? Yeah. Not pay drivers, that's the problem. Margarita Minis Cruise. I can let... Eh. Make sure makes the move to Autosport. Dragon Race Team China. We got a lot of new guys. Scouting facility. Scouting facility is up. Not on the note though. For some reason. And yep. For some reason it went under the news lines. Right, we're gonna get... Oh, that's not good. Slot 1 is empty. Transatlantic. Need somebody with an upfront payment for now. I got $16 million. I could probably invest that in an update. Or I can wait for the, I could wait for the support, money, support for the next car. And then probably make a new parts. This one. Wings, we don't need those yet. Brakes, we also don't need those yet. Probably gonna have to get the design center upgraded. Now, test track needs a fix-up, though. Let's start scouting for new drivers, then. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, Sri Lankan. Get all y'all's... That's enough for now. Okay, preseason has begun. Alright, preseason, that was a bit fast. Okay, factory staff. Damn it! Didn't make it in time! Okay, we managed to get nearly $5 million for a new car part. Finally, we can get some improvability here. I'm going with Mersault. Supplier should... Oceana Energy, maybe? Material supplier. This is for tires, right? Tire wear. I need better performance on tire wear. I know tire heating is going to be a bit of a problem, but if I can keep the tires from wearing down longer, I can make do with bad heating problems. Brake supplier. Here's where we're gonna have a bit of a problem here. I mean, we can do with JP Race Technology since they can handle the tire heating. Right? Chassis material. Tire. This is actually well within the money range. But we need to be better by the looks of it. JP Race Technologies was also our provider last week for brakes, and Carbon One was also for else. Mersault and Oceania. Yeah, I can go with that. Same price as last year. Hang on a second. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna consult my notes. Okay, so it's just this. We wasted a couple of dollars trying to build up on the new parts, so that was a problem. We'll have to wait and see. And scouting is still underway, so let's hope we can find a good pay driver in the meantime. Tire trade-off, oh no. Oh, still in the queue, that's annoying. I mean, that's annoying. Wait, Tunison switched teams? Huh. That's funny. I'm expecting to switch teams. So did El Sadat. It's a nice river. Aaron Grimaldo. Oh, she switched Dragon Team China? Why? Okay. Okay, we can increase tire heating with air. Oh, good, we got a new slot. Up front, up front. I'll take the up front from these guys. So how do we go about with this? Currently, our tire wear is a bit under 2, and tire heating is 1.5. If we get tire heating, we're gonna get problems with tire wear. I think we're good. Let's just get something better out of this. I prefer to keep my tires in the race instead of worrying about a lot of news, Zach. Volunteering. Marketability for at least 16 weeks. Another new driver. Oh, we've already scouted her. Sport. Can I sign you? Please tell me I can sign you. Damn it! Seriously? How about the next one? Not much to move on. Training young divers, though. How about Monk? Spendthrift. Renewed passion. How about Miss... Oh! What's at home? Timesheet hero, budding musician. We still got a couple more in the pipeline. get these guys out of the way first, and then we'll look at the other drivers that are already signed up. Okay, what's on the mail? Car parts still under production. Car provability, okay. What's on the dilemmas? Yes, please. I know it's going to be a hit on our money, but I'll take it. It's time to edit the livery, but maybe later. Let's look at the scouting reports first. That sucks. Run Rebos. Racing snowmobiles. Eugenio Voluntario. Controversial. Biff Racer. Nothing else. Everybody else is in. Oh, Esteves could be interesting. Let's look at that livery, shall we? There's the livery pack that I have. That's a bit. This isn't fit for an Emilio Watson. This is more for a Maury Calliope. Okay. Too much splash. I'm not a fan. Pretty edgy. Or like windswept. A bit of a crack up. Futuristic might be interesting. Polka dots. This is the wrong set for Wilson. AutoCAD. The heck? Ah, lizard skin. Smoky hazy. Splash again. Flowers. Oh no, are those blood? That's camouflage, sort of. Now, let's go for that. Yeah, this looks interesting enough. Dark color sponsors, light color sponsors. Yes, that should be good. Blunted Industries is gonna try to get a better performance now, hopefully. Another dilemma, but like, Izzy. Come on, why is no pay driver showing up? Should I get a better scouting center then? That's $5 million. I can't afford that right now. Anybody else I can scout? Like it. Alright. Pre-season tire sims, okay. Fine. Throw that money at them. Chairman's not gonna be happy about all this pre-season spending. Wait, let's go. Testing time. Oh, Mayato's gotta keep his morale high at least. No problem so far from Miyato or Perez. So that seems like a good thing. Yes! No changes needed to the parts. Although, times could have been better. Perez is way down at 17th, while Miyato is up at 6th, but could have been stuck at least in the top 5. Well, I can't really argue about that. mail going. Yep, we're in a strong position apparently. And target is still down at 10,000. I'm sorry. We're gonna be sticking at 10th for now. Gonna help us in the balance of things, but okay. Gonna be deciding the next part for the next race, which is Munich. So that's gonna be acceleration and suspension. We'll have a really bad start, I'm afraid. The axle. Liability. Yeah, let's go with that. Thank God for the financial background. We're keeping it in spec at least. Now let's see how we can. Right, so it's gonna be engines, acceleration, and high-speed corners. Since we're gonna be focusing on 2, and our drivers are still here with their good relationships with their mechanics. We're gonna focus on improving reliability for now. Engine and gearbox. Yeah, okay, that should work. As you can see, the parts that were at higher risk were transferred over, and we had better performing starting parts than we used to. So with that money and with hopefully better ranks this season, we're gonna get the better parts later, and we can also get enough money to invest further into our HQ. So far though, what else do I have to work on? Oh, right, scouting, pit crew, auto-managed stuff. I've only got 10 months for both of these guys, but I need them both, so I'll have to renew their contract soon. Oh, that's a bad news. About race. Okay. At least Stafford can keep it up, but if we're gonna lose Sewell soon, we're gonna have to look for a new mechanic. And we're gonna push it to the limit. How about lead designer? Okay. Kevin Sewell is the only one who's a bit of a problem right now. So not exactly happy about how things are gonna happen. But for now, I think that should be enough. I mean, we could try to get set drivers and scouting facility up already. But since yeah, let's bite the bullet and get this upgraded, I think. Now the cost per race is gonna be higher though. Let me check my notes again. Yeah, but I'm just checking my notes. I mean, I can probably go and set up the scouting facility now so I can get better drivers later and might be able to find a decent pay driver in the long run. And it's gonna be in 12 weeks anyway, so yeah, getting a better driver now would be better. Unfortunately, that seems like all we'll be able to do today. As much as I'd love to go and get the first race of the 2021 season rolling, I must say I have some more stuff to do, and it's a bit late in the day for some of y'all. So for now, let's leave Watson Industries Racing at that and hope that we get better performance for next season. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a bit action-packed, and it was a surprising ending, getting at least mid-pack for 2020 season in Rio. Kind of a lucky charm that we managed to stick with the inters for the tires, because I was expecting a 2-pit stop race at the end there. Anyway, let's just thank our good fortune and hope the next season's gonna be a bit better. If you've got any complaints or suggestions about the stuff I stream, you can always drop me a line at Twitter and on my Pixiv. It's linked on my profile page. As always, if you want to see some of the older streams I've already done here, you can check out the Mirror Archive. It is linked on my profile page as well. Tomorrow, it's going to be a bit late again. Almost start of the new month, actually. Kind of surprising we're already at the mid-year. Fortunately, I don't think I've done most of the stuff I was planning to do for this year as well. Disappointing on my part, to be honest. For now, though, all I have to bid you adieu. Work at work is RTV. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Good night, everybody.